I feel like I've ascended. I feel like this is like the poor man's Super Saiyan. Ah.
Feliz Navidad! Welcome to another episode of Press Start. In October is Christmas.
So today we're going to be playing some Cuphead for you guys, which I hear is the Dark Souls of side-scrollers. But anyways, let's get into the gameplay.
So, there we go. I have no idea. I thought the first level was here.
You sure you want to do the first run gun level and not the first boss?
Let's just go to it.
First level. Forest
I
Follies.
have no idea what I'm looking for, so we're good.
Think you're looking not to die.
The first boss is like the easiest one, though.
Now go!
Alright, let's go. Don't jump on these. Don't jump on them. It's on Super Mario.
Alright, so, wait, can't you parry that because it's pink?
Yeah,
have no idea.
it's not worth it because think about it.
I was told this is run and gun, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
This game's not that hard. First level, I mean, I'll give it that. Sorry.
He left you. He left you.
It's like that scene in Platoon, which like the guy's like doing bridges to the helicopter. And,
I've never seen Platoon.
you've never seen Platoon?
I have not seen Platoon.
You come back again?
Oh. You got corn.
Slugger.
He's running and gunning, and it's working real well. So, like, what's actually in their heads? It's like anything?
Well, someone gets spinal fluid, someone gets a certain liquid which helps repopulate the human race.
Dom. Not the time.
But
I like living.
But you could have easily gotten the coin.
Nah, he's fine. He's running and gunning, that's all he needs. Right, Nick?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
Oh.
You died. You dead, son?
I died.
Oh, man, you were so close. After you left Dom.
Yeah. Left me
Just left
behind.
him.
I didn't notice he
You're
died.
supposed to work together, and you're just like,
Yeah.
he said, hey, help me, and then you went, nah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say that.
Let's ignore.
You didn't hear the point where he
That's
said,
why I don't
where he
do
said, get me?
That's why I don't do co-op games.
Let's ignore Dom so he dies.
Oh, we-
Alone and
Oh.
defeated.
Hey, you're the one advancing. I'm playing the defensive
Yeah,
there.
you're supposed to advance, run and gun.
Listen, the run is on pace. It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah. Although I'm gonna call it that you die again first, though.
Yeah, I'm better at the boss fights.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
Missed
You
guys
died.
out.
Alright.
This game is not hard.
It's on a worm. That's cute. No, he spit a worm. Hey, you can parry the worm.
Oh, okay. Hi. Okay. Hi.
Oh, man.
Hello.
What you guys doing?
Yeah, the middle.
This reminds me of like a Tom and Jerry type
Like a
drawing.
Well, gee, maybe it's because it's a 1930s cartoon style game.
Wow, that was unnecessarily sassy, Dom. Nick's like, I don't want to say anything. I'm just gonna state the name of this thing. Psychic Carrot.
Wait, you drink from yourself?
Mugman did, yeah.
Did you see that?
I know.
Yeah, that's alright.
You know, at least he's still alive, Nick.
Ooh, get at it, Nick.
He made fun of me on the first level twice.
After you left him behind
Yeah.
the second time.
Hey.
There we go.
Knockout!
Well, you're good at bosses.
Yeah, I killed it.
Yeah.
You're good at bosses. I'm good at regular levels. So let's go.
Yay, we got a C+, which is way better than...
Probably better than someone named Tony got.
So Dorian is definitely Cuphead. You're the one in the red. You're the one in the blue.
I want to be Cuphead.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. So you can also resurrect your dead partner by like hitting their heart, parrying their heart, Katy parrying their heart.
Nope.
Katy Perry.
Nope.
I'm dead inside.
Welcome to us playing Cuphead.
I'm Mugman though. So
I'm
it's Cuphead and Mugman.
I'm Dorian.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Colton.
I'm Cuphead.
I'm Cuphead too.
I'm not playing because this is my copy of the game.
He's Mugman.
I've been playing it for like the past 2 or 3 days now,
I'm
so
Blue Cuphead.
I feel like playing it right now would just pretty much like be showing off like, oh hey, I survived the first couple levels.
So you get to watch us suffer.
Yeah, pretty much. One thing that I really love about this game is the fact that they used actual animation techniques from the whenever people were making 1930s cartoons to do the art for the game.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, I mean, like they use watercolor. I'm pretty sure like that the whole like imperfections in the screen is not a filter. I feel like that's an actual thing that they.
You can parry that, by the way.
Yeah, you can parry the
It's hard to try, which is why I didn't.
Yeah.
But you actually kind of need to do that in order to get a coin later on.
Yeah, I got it, guys. Oh.
Another thing about the game that is so infamous is it's difficulty. It's frustratingly hard.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not even going to say what people have been calling it because
It's the Dark Souls of side scrollers.
Isn't that like Super Meat Boy?
You're Super Meat Boy. Case closed. Meat Boy. You just wish you were a blue Cuphead.
Mugman.
I'm Cuphead, but I'm blue. Ah!
one thing that I want to know is why did they use cups? I mean, I get that it's meant to look like a 1930s
Because
cartoon, but
ICUP.
why wasn't it like an anthropomorphic animal? Why was, I don't
It's
know.
like the name of our school or something.
ICUP. Do you think Cuphead sees you pee? If a Cuphead sees you pee, do you think Mugman sees you do other things? Ah!
What did that do?
Oh! I got it!
This is only the first level, boys.
Help me, boys. Help me,
Oh,
boys.
Great days.
You're too high for me.
Omae wa mou shinderu.
Alright. Let's just try to get Pat to the boss. Is this
that
a
what
level or
we've
is
been
this
trying to do?
Is this a boss at the end of this?
I feel like no, there's no boss at the end.
Oh,
The running gun stage is literally like
Run and gun.
yeah.
we're running while
Yeah.
gunning.
I
And seeing people pee.
there are some mini bosses in some of the running gun stages at the end, but
We gotta see people pee too. Because
they're literally just mini bosses.
All right, Colton.
So I feel like if you guys either beat this level or you die,
Nice.
that was a very nice parry, by the way. If you guys either die or
this felt good.
go to the next, or you beat the level, just.
All right.
So let's go try boss.
One more.
let's get to the
one more.
boss. We gotta get to the boss. We gotta get to the boss.
Let's go to the boss.
But we didn't even finish.
Did you just quit the game?
Wait, did I just quit the whole game?
Yeah, I think you quit the whole. It's okay. It's okay.
We can just, we're good.
Don't tell me what I did wrong, because I already know what I did wrong. I already know. Still a piece of garbage.
Skip through
Why
it,
am I
skip
not
through it.
here?
Just hit any button.
Oh,
there we go.
I'm at.
There we go.
Now I've joined. There we go. Now just
Yeah.
run out. Run out.
Look at you. You're
That's it.
Mugman.
So after that little intermission there, Dorian and Colton have switched Cuphead and Mugman.
Because I
So
wanted
now-
to be Red Cuphead.
So Colton's basically like, I'm the Cuphead now. So you guys,
I am the Cuphead now.
I'll go ahead and show you guys where the other bosses are.
Come on,
So
Dorian, let's go.
if you cross that bridge right there, if you go up to that's one boss, and then there's another boss.
Is this-
If you just go over there and you actually unlock an achievement by doing that. Yep, there we go. Yeah, and there's another. Now keep going, and then you can fight the flower boss right there if you want.
Why
If you
we're
want.
fighting the flower ball?
It's either that or a slime.
What
in all
one do you want to
honesty.
do, Dorian?
Regular. Why not?
Yeah, do regular. Just get good.
Oh, that's gross, Dorian. That's gross!
Yeah,
You just poured on your own straw and proceeded to drink whatever excrements came out of it. What is
It's
this?
like drinking sweat.
It's Peggy Incarnation.
Ugh!
So does it only hurt when you hit the flower?
Oh, well,
Thanks for not saving me.
You're Cuphead, you're supposed to be saving me.
Shut up, mug. Gross!
Dude, don't discriminate against
seriously
me.
though,
I'm
like,
not discriminating, but like, dude, I don't pull on my schnoz and drink whatever comes out.
Oh my god.
This is terrible. I'm too bad at this game.
Save me!
Oh no. I mean,
let's see if you can just get somewhat far in this fight.
How hard is this boss in comparison to the other bosses that you could have done?
Honestly, it's probably like the second hardest. Second hardest. The easiest one is the one in the garden.
Say it!
The hardest one is, in my opinion, the slime.
Look at him. Cuphead. He thinks he's so cool. He's gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, so you're gonna get like, I don't know how obvious it is. Ooh, okay, there we go.
See that?
Jeez, you guys did not get far at all.
And I'm laughing now. How's it feel to be Cuphead?
I don't know how it feel to drink your own juice.
I'm so bad. Save me. Go over there and save me. Hit me.
Parry, right, there we go. Nice, nice recovery. Nice
I'm back,
recovery.
boys.
Nice recovery.
Save me again. You look so surprised. All right, let's do one more.
Those pink seeds that fall to the ground, you can parry them. Also, you can parry that. The thing that just hit Dorian.
Yeah. Hit me.
The one that.
Go.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
Oh no. All right, it's all up to you now. Cuphead. Cuphead always.
I also love how the soundtrack is literally just 3 hours of jazz music.
Cuphead, more like Dumbhead.
Are we supposed to introduce ourselves? Is that what we're doing?
No, I'm just people.
Hey, that's an assault.
Sorry, it's my first time.
We're here. We're doing it. Let's go. Hooray. Hooray.
That guy's an apple for a head.
We're not gonna talk this adorable.
What, you don't like apples?
No, I don't like you. Okay, here we go. Get your buttons. Get your buttons. These. Dashies. Alright, we got it. Go. Point. Oh
Parry
my
him.
God.
Give
Oh
him
my
a
God.
smack.
Oh no!
Smack his corpse.
I'm sorry. I missed. Oh God.
This is a
You
lot
ran to a
harder.
stationary.
It's a lot harder than it looks, actually.
I mean.
That's why it's called the Dark Souls of platforming.
Really bad. No, stop it. No, just keep. No! Jeez. No, I knew I was gonna be bad at this. Like, I have no.
Can I get like a whiteboard to count how many deaths we're doing?
Seconds, and that's what
I
I'm
knew I was
doing.
gonna be bad. Like, that doesn't surprise me. Keep trucking. Keep trucking. Ignore everybody. Oh,
Just keep running.
there you go. There you go. We got it. Oh, no.
I always wonder why the plants are so like upset. They're like shooting fire.
No. Oh my God. Get back here. Get back here. No! No!
Smack him!
Alright, I'm going. I'm going.
Remember, if someone dies around you, just smack their corpse. They'll come back to life. Maybe.
This is a nightmare. This is worse than I thought.
This is where they get you. You think it's all kid friendly with all the cartoons, but
Listen, it's still cute. I'm not gonna argue with that.
Good for getting the point. Oh, for God's sake! Alright, just go. We're wow.
I think your controller just had like a stroke or something.
I feel I relate. I'm just gonna keep running. I'm gonna ignore you. Sorry. You make it cool if not, okay.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Oh no! Oh no, maybe I can just. Oh, I did it! Oh. Immediately save me! Alright, cool. You're better than me. Oh my God! Go.
It's a vicious cycle.
Oh my God.
I live, I die, I live again.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God! Oh, I did the thing. I immediately died.
We're awful.
This is so bad.
We're the worst group ever.
Well, I mean, I knew it was gonna be crappy. Plus, I don't have an Xbox, but that's no excuse for how bad this is. Just everyone. Oh, okay.
Look how cute he is. I don't want to
That's-
kill him.
Oh,
It sucks. It's drums. dash in. Okay, bye.
Just wait till you hit a second phase.
Yep, I see it. Oh, for God. Oh. Oh, and I missed.
man, you missed.
Let's do it again.
Oh my God, okay. This commentary is just us, like, struggling. Get your dash in.
I don't feel bad. There's actually professional journalists who can't even play this game, so.
Dash. We got it. Oh.
Nice, nice.
Back up. There you go. No.
Give him a smack.
No. Oh, back
When in
up.
doubt, smack it out.
Okay. Oh my God. No. Come get me.
Ah.
Sorry. Oh my God. It's okay.
We lasted longer that round now.
That is true.
We're getting there.
We're learning the game.
Watch
out.
Whoops.
No. Oh my God. I'm sucking now. What are you doing? Get me. Okay. What are... I don't know what it is.
Don't question it.
It seems like a riot or something. I don't know.
The more you look, the less you want to remember.
Get hit with that. Oh no. Oh. I'm dying. Okay. No! You went too high! No! Every time!
So is it just like a raindropper that you're fighting?
No.
Is it cute? A little funky bar.
Everything looks cute in this game, but it wants to kill you.
I don't care.
That's like life in a nutshell.
Oh no. Oh, I ran into it.
Oh.
Oh, this game sucks so much. I'm so glad I didn't buy this. Oh my God. Oh no.
Remember to duck.
Is that actually safety?
Yeah. For that punch, he'll miss you.
Oh no.
He wasn't even moving.
Yeah, done.
I thought it was gonna jump.
Welcome back to Cuphead in October.
He's got water in his head. Cause get it? His cup's ahead.
Because, man. So anyway, more importantly, we're going to move on to a discussion about microtransactions and how it might be ruining gaming. What do you think about that, Colton?
I think microtransactions are here to stay, folks, but let's see what people have to say about it.
Okay, welcome to Press Start. And welcome to our discussion for today.
Today's discussion topic will be about microtransactions in video games and how we feel about them.
And loot crates and DLCs and everything of the like. That was so
Now,
smooth.
specifically, I think where we should start would be somewhere along the lines of, are microtransactions in general are okay?
No.
I think they need to be split up into a few different subcategories.
Oh, are you talking about random microtransactions, or like I'm buying a skin?
What I'm saying is that there are certain ways in which microtransactions can work and, are not just ridiculous or detrimental to the game's enjoyment. Because overall, at the end of the day, what are we trying to do whenever we play games? We're trying to enjoy them, right?
Enjoy it.
Not hate myself as much.
I mean, fair enough. Okay, Colton is an exceptional case here, but I think
It's okay, buddy.
we want to get as much enjoyment out of our games as possible, and whenever games start sacrificing some of their content, therefore our enjoyment, so that they can make more money, and it becomes obvious that that's the case.
It starts exploiting the player.
Why do you think that people initially hated Battlefront so much? Because there wasn't much. It wasn't a full game. It didn't become a full game until EA sold us how many more dollars worth of DLC. Bungie, okay? What they did with Destiny 2.
I think that's actually they're one of the more gracious companies.
Really?
How does their
Their
microtransactions work?
Okay.
DLC will overcharge you, but how they did microtransactions in Destiny 2 was really good.
Let's look at shaders. Okay, so you have shaders in Destiny 1, right?
Yeah.
You get a shader, you can apply it to however many sets of armor you want, however many pieces of armor you want.
Okay.
There you go.
That's in Destiny 1 though. If you got a shader, it applied to your whole your whole character.
Well,
was one color
yeah,
scheme.
but that's something they could also like they could change in Destiny 2. That's how they could build on Destiny 1, you know? Not detract from it. Instead, what they opted to do was if you get a shader through some sort of loot box, then then it's single use. You can only use it on one piece of one armor set, and you can't use it anymore. If you want to get rid of the shader, use up another shader, or just remove it and you're back to your standard armor, but it's single use.
I like this system more.
Really?
Because I can use the multiple shaders for different pieces of armor, and I can make my character look better. But the thing, I was really worried about everything you said, but I just got done playing today, and well, one, the loot crates, they're bright engrams and they're overpriced. Yeah, but I got like 4 today just by playing PvP. Like they're not hard to get.
And yeah,
but they don't give you the shaders themselves. Like they only sell like with the currency that you get 2 currencies when it comes to microtransactions in that game. You have to buy the microtransaction, the currency called silver, but when you disenchant what you get out of the loot crate if you don't like it, or whenever you open one, you get a small amount of something called like something bright package dust. And you can buy certain shaders like that, but they only have like 5 every week. Where you get most of your shaders are just from the engrams that you get from other characters.
But the bottom line is that they are still selling you single-use items that were once permanent unlocks.
Yes, but now I can put them to different parts of my armor.
That makes sense if they are giving you something to kind of.
In Destiny, didn't they release like an expansion or a season pass for Destiny 2?
Yeah, but what game doesn't nowadays?
Well, yeah, but still, like, Halo 5 didn't do that, and they were already doing season passes were full force back whenever Halo 5 was released.
I would rather
October of 2015.
You know what? My stance is I would rather remove all sorts of in-game microtransactions for anything. And I would straight up rather pay $10 for.
I mean,
right
yeah,
now.
but it's obvious that those aren't going away because it works.
It's too much
and what
money,
concerns me is like if someone finds an even sleazier way of making money and it works,
It'll get exploited.
Then it's going to get exploited by other companies too. Let's look at Bethesda. Let's look at Creation Club.
Is that like their Forge platform?
That's their. Oh, it's not paid mods, but it's actually paid mods platform.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's all going to come back around. This is my theory. Remember World of Warcraft, people were when subscription-based games were like the thing, and then they kind of went away from that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna after microtransactions, it's all going to come back around in a more subscription-based.
Because
services.
people are already basically paying a subscription fee to
It's gonna
have
be-
the power-ups, to have the extra
You're gonna have a
weaponry, to
subsi-
have the extra whatever.
This is what's going to happen, folks. In about 10 years, you're going to buy your new Xbox game. It's going to be $30, and then you're going to have to pay a $20 subscription every month with microtransaction stuff in your face. This is what's coming to.
Sounds terrible.
That sounds like the worst timeline.
Yeah,
It sounds like
See,
the
the
worst
price-
It's
timeline.
something to think about.
See, the
I
price
thought that
of your
we had
game
hit the
drop.
lowest point whenever we started charging people for player-made content, aka mods. Like, why would you charge for that?
That's
Why
like
would
because
you
people-
create some made-up currency
make money.
that you get by spending real money just so you can buy overpriced mods? Which
do the
did you-
creators make money off of it?
I think they do. I think they make a little bit, but they're restricted by Bethesda. Bethesda's like, oh, you can't do this, or this. But we're gonna go ahead and say that we work hand in hand with you guys.
If you want to make money off your mod, you can't do this, and this. But
I'm sad that it's gotten to the point where games like Shadow of War are actually hindered in their quality, their overall quality, by the inclusion of these microtransactions, these loot boxes, because the true ending of the game is locked behind either loads and loads and loads of grinding or just buying a bunch of loot boxes.
And that's just-
And it's like, the obvious answer would be like, oh, you can just spend more time with the game. Well, if the game lacks substance to where you don't feel like you're having fun with it, to where you feel like if you're gonna have more
Like
fun
you're
by
being
just
forced to
immediately
pay for
getting
it.
the reward by paying money for it,
exactly, yeah.
you're doing it wrong. You're exploiting people's addictive personalities and their desire to enjoy your half-hearted game.
I want to move back 5 to 10 years to whenever there were just, like 3 or 4 DLC packs that had extra skins, had some, extra different things in it with some maps, maybe some different game modes, and you just got that one thing that had a whole bunch of different stuff in it every now and then, and that was it.
I mean, to end
like that.
To end on a lighter note, some games still do that. Diablo 3 had like one major expansion, Reaper of Souls, and then they had Rise of the Necromancer this year, where they, you know, you
And that's just a viable way of keeping your game
It
playable
really
and
is.
keeping it
But-
like up to date. And
I think
like
the-
everything else, it's going to be exploited though.
I think the unanimous
Agreed.
here is that microtransactions, the negatives can far outweigh the positives.
They can
And do
but
quite
unfortunately,
often.
they're here to stay. But some games can do it right.
And do it.
That looks like that's about all the time we have, folks. Thank you for joining our discussion on microtransactions.
So I don't know about you, Colton, but that new Battlefront 2 looks pretty bad. Considering you can't buy any weapons, you have to get them from loot crates.
I miss the days where you played a video game and you earned something that you worked hard for, but too much money. Too much money.
But anyway, let's transition to the news segment, shall we? Applause.
Long-awaited trailer for The Last Jedi, Cuphead goes platinum, and Blizzard is heading to court. My name's Jake, and this is your Press Start News Roundup. Our first story is the release of a trailer for Star Wars The Last Jedi. We got a sneak peek at all the action that's going to follow up on Episode 7. The trailer shows Rey training with Luke, Finn taking on Captain Phasma, and an absolute load of pure excitement. Be sure to go and check it out, and be sure to go see the movie when it does come out on December 15th. In new game news, Cuphead has sold over 1 million copies already. This long-awaited game went platinum fast, which is even more of a feat when you consider that it's only available for Xbox and PC. This hyper-ultra difficult game has been in development since before it was teased at E3 2014, and the creators themselves haven't even beaten the game yet. That itself speaks to the difficulty of this game. Be sure to join the craze too, and stay tuned for when Press Start Coup plays it themselves. There's a mobile game out called Heroes of Warfare. It's a mobile game that looks similar to the popular title Overwatch. Actually, it looks a lot like it, and the China division of Blizzard, the game company that did create Overwatch, has taken notice as well, and they're taking it to the courtroom. This is not the first time in recent news that we have heard of games being sued for their clonability and similarity to already popular titles. Before this, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, also known as PUBG, called out the game Fortnite for more or less creating a title that was the same as their game. This begins to wonder, when is a game too much like another one? Be sure to stop back in for future updates on these stories. And with that, that's all we have for this week. But as always, we want to hear from you. Are you excited for the new Star Wars? And what are your thoughts on Cuphead? Be sure to follow us on all our social media at Press Start IUPTV and let us know. Until next time, I'm Jake, and this has been your Press Start News Roundup. See ya, and Merry Christmas.
Ah, yes, Fortnite, the PUBG of multiplayer online games.
And PUBG, the Dark Souls of Battle Royale games. Woo! But anyways, folks, it's been a great show today, and let us know what you have to think. Make sure to look us up on social media at Press Start IUPTV. But that'll be it for this week's episode. Till next time.
That's not what I asked for!
The Communications, Media, and Instructional Technology PhD program gave my life direction. This program was perfect for me with a combination of research and media production. Hands-on courses gave me skills that I now pass on to my students. I use all three areas of the program, production, theory, and research, every day in my job as a college professor.
Learn how the CMIT PhD program can change your life. Visit iup.edu/CMIT.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer-lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a fifth grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.